Last, Dr. Sudha Halkai of the Karnataka BJP is with us. Aishwarya Mahadev of the Congress Party. Brinda Adige, who is an activist and lawyer, is going to be joining us in some time. But let me see if we can actually take this debate forward without her. And we also have Rukmini Singh, who is an advocate. Let me actually begin with Dr. Sudha Halkai. Dr. Halkai, the fact that the police is claiming that the video that is right now become a part of the protest is a fake video altogether, and there was something that was already settled between the college authorities, the students, the victim and the victim's family and the accused family. Why this politics then?
Very good evening. It's a very shameful act that once again, one of the districts in our own state, Karnataka, is in the news for such a grievous criminal act. And this is not politicizing. Please don't give this the name of politicizing. This is something where we are going in depth of the matter. And yes, more investigation has to be done because we don't know where all the videos have been circulated. My only concern is why the mobiles were not seized and why the police department has not given this to the forensic department. They would have done a better job. And wherever the videos have been circulated, they could be tracked and they could be erased. And even the videos that they were deleted also, they could be retrieved back and they would have washed up completely. What guarantees that these people
let me
have not
come in here.
circulated these
Let me
videos?
come in here. I'm afraid you missed that point completely, where I mentioned that the police has already gone on record and said that the video that's been circulated is not even from Udupi. And they've also said that the video was
about that
deleted.
Video. No. I'm not talking about that video. I'm talking about what they have said. The matter is already settled in the college by saying that it was just a matter of prank. How could they give it a name by saying it is a prank or it is for fun? How can they use it so lightly? Is this such a carefree incident? Keeping a record, and our home minister is saying that this is a matter between the friends. Does the friends do all these things? Placing a camera in the toilet of a girl, let us say, irrespective of a Hindu or Muslim, whosoever has done it, it is a very grievous act, and it is a very traumatizing act for the victim who is facing this. It's a nightmare for her. Please try to understand. We all need
Sudha,
to
isn't it too much of a stress stretch by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Because what I want to understand from is that there is a girls' college where there are, or girls' hostel where there are several pranks that are being played. I'm obviously not trying to say.
This kind. If you can go into the
in fact, if we go into the details, of course, ragging is a very, very serious aspect. The girl who was filmed was fully clothed. That is what at least the FIR also suggests, and the video was deleted because the girls who filmed the other girl were really sorry about the incident.
Why this thought of placing a camera in the toilet? If the same would have been done in the other ways, will the situation be the same? We talking about it is also a sin. Would they keep quiet in the same way? I don't think they would have been into these decent debates also. Things would have been very much different for them.
Okay, Aishwarya, you want to come in? Aishwarya, I want to understand what really is happening out of Udupi in Karnataka. Why do you think the BJP is now joining the ranks when it comes to the protests that possibly have been escalated by members of the ABVP and also the Mahila Morcha of the Bharatiya Janata Party? Why do you think they're jumping into it? Aishwarya.
See, we are not jumping into
Aishwarya.
Good evening, Rehan. I'd really like to speak uninterrupted. I would like to put on record that any sort of action that outrages the modesty of a woman, any sort of action that violates her bodily integrity, and any such nature of sexual violence in whatever form is deeply condemnable. And we believe that the Congress party does not stand for it. One. Second thing is, we also believe this is not a case of 77 days of silence. And I will explain to you systematically how the Congress government, because the BJP is the first to run and talk about these issues of how we speak about women and what we haven't done in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. But I'll tell you exactly what the Karnataka government here has done, and maybe their government in Manipur can take a few leaves out of our book. Griha, first and foremost, when this incident first came to light, there was a thorough investigation done. Suo motu cognizance was taken of the FIR. 2 FIRs were spread.
Yes.
But you had these obviously rejects of foreign universities trying to create a career for themselves, come here and start dog whistling about what is happening to Hindu human rights, and further vitiated the situation. At every step of the way, the Karnataka government, the SP or in the district, as well as the authorities, have constantly kept massive amounts of clarity as to what is happening. One. Second, there is an FIR. And third, there's an investigation underway. And I really hope my BJP spokesperson had done a little more research, because it is not me, but her own Kushbu Sundar, who sits on the NCW, who has gone on to say what? She said forensic of over 40 hours. The research has revealed nothing. There is no video content. Second, she says there is no video of this instance doing any rounds across anywhere on social media. So the Shefali, Vaidyas and whatever that other thing's name is, they obviously need to check themselves. And trust me when I say this, that the government is going to come after them for spreading and further creating communal unrest in Karnataka because of this. And the third, we have taken decisive, concise action. The fact is the BJP, and she said irrespective of whether they were Hindu, Muslim, no, ma'am. Last year in the same district, there was an instance of one of the boys who works with the ABVP and the Bajrang Dal having videotaped women in washrooms. Did you see the same outrage from your outfits then? You had your MLAs defending this boy and preventing him from even going to jail. And you sit your high and mighty acting like you're better than us and holier than thou when your hands are dirtier than anybody else, because all the coastal communal tension, all the divide, all the communal rifts come from you. The BJP is morally bankrupt. They have no LOP. They have no agenda. They have been washed out of the state. So they're using these instances to further fuel communal tensions. Griha, ask her to tell me
75 days and more than 75 criminal activities have gone in the state. More than 12 murders have taken place, 48 suicides have been taken place, terrorists have been arrested, and what not.
It's embarrassing for everybody. Give me the fact. Yes. Tell me what 75 crimes. Tell me in the 75
days. A blanket statement. Dr. Sudha, since you interjected, since you intervened.
Show is better than that. Go on Times
Once
now
again,
and talk about this if you have to. But
once again, Dr. Sudha, since you intervened and you are talking about, you're making a blanket statement, of course it needs to be backed by facts. And this entire claim that Aishwarya is also making, which is of course being put to light, is that it was the Bharatiya Janata Party, the ABVP, the Mahila Morcha, they've started making this into a Hindu-Muslim exercise. Why is that? When it was an intrinsic matter, and of course we are condemning any act that obviously disrupts and the modesty of a woman, of course we will not support it. But why make it into what community did the perpetrators, for example, belong to? And also, how does it play out? There are 3 women, 3 girls who we're talking about. That also needs to be, spoken about.
See, it is a very clear-cut appeasement politics here. Take it from the manifesto to the budget release. And every time, when the Congress government is in charge, is in the power in the Karnataka, such incidents take place. Take it this one, PFI, taking the PFI incidents also, the Congress government has very well protected them, and so many.
Let her respond, Aishwarya.
I can give you the incidents and the same thing, and even the recent terrorist arrest which was done recently, and they don't want to give over the.
Sudha, please answer my question first.
Yeah,
you are digressing.
I'm telling you,
you are digressing.
Why not the terrorist, the anti-national organization, the terrorists?
You are digressing right now. What you're doing is digressing.
From the same segment, and the same thing, the victimization of the girls is from the same segment. This is not.
Dr. Sudha, this is just rattling of information.
Incident.
This is just rattling of information. I am simply asking you. This is a girls' college that we are talking about. There are victim and perpetrators accused who are from the girls. They are the girls that we are talking about over here. Why make it into which community do they belong to? No, what does so what mean?
If they're girls, why they shouldn't be?
Why is the religion being brought into the discourse is my question.
You tell me.
Dr. Sudha.
No, I'm telling you, why did